And we talked about the Kimi as well. This would be the best option for Sovan coming into the last match. But hey, Jace, this is psyching up to be a exciting battle, exciting matchup between Indonesia and Cambodia. What better way to finish this off than game number 3? Lots of stakes on the line. I mean, both teams are basically just going to go into
like
Nagoya
stakes
anyways.
are definitely going to be the national pride, right? Of course, if Team Cambodia beats Team Indonesia, don't forget this is the alter ego stack. Yeah, I feel like Team Cambodia will definitely feel a lot better for themselves as they head over to Nagoya for the 2026 Asian Games Esports events, MLBB.
I think Cambodia also understood and they learned from their mistakes. They're pulling out all the stops, and I think this would be one of their best lineups just yet. Indonesia, on the other hand, though, they do have quite a bit of adjustments that they're making. Shaoki on the CC, and we've seen how sneaky he is when he plays this game. It's all about that speed run. It's all about the early game. It's lights out and away we go. Cambodia and Indonesia, game number 3.
Yep, and apart from that, you got also the Kimi coming on from the side of Team Cambodia. I mean, you saw how Kimi can be really impressive, especially landing down the damage from afar, bursting these enemy heroes, and also start ramping up at gate level 1 as well, right? Because you do a lot of burst damage, sorry, a lot of chip damage, but for a very quick time.
Delvin being a little bit annoying, just pushing Tai back into the picture, back underneath their own turret. So they have that mid lane prior at least for the first 40 seconds of the game. Taking a look at the emblems.
Support emblem coming up from the side of Alexander.
Yep. Typically, you also have the Thunder Belt, and then you heal everything back up with the Fist Crack as well because you have the basic attack effects.
And not only just that, you also roam around the map a lot faster. But speaking of a roam, whoa!
Yep, that's on the top side. Directly onto Shaoki. CC able to be safe and sound for now. Afan has other works in the mid lane. Taking a lot of damage, able to walk out safe and sound. Sovan taking a lot of damage as well. The power of Alexander is you're able to push them back. A little bit of a stun up. 0.5 seconds, but Cambodia still even Stevens. No one is losing their life. No one wants to make a mistake.
Yep. So far, the gang was great coming off of them, knowing that the Bucks are definitely looking for early game picks off, and top side look CC looks very easy to pick off, right? Technically speaking, early game kind of squishy, but still very mobile. If you don't have a hard lockdown to lock him in place, it is just going to be very difficult to catch onto the slippery CC.
It'll take a little bit more time for the EXP in the mid lane to get that level 4. At least you have some form of a viable power spike to fight in this turtle that's spawning up right now. Kai just needs a little bit more time. Cam already in position, or Tai already in position. Sovan will be next to follow. Indonesia trying to fight their way back. Alexander pushing this Baxia away. The zone of potential is strong. Black Dragon form comes through. Turtle already at a third. That's the heavy spin already used up as well. Nam will secure that. And Cambodia wins out the first objective of the game. And Shaoki taking a lot of damage and taking the hits. That's the first rotation coming in from Kyo all the way from the bottom side as for additional support.
No casualties so far in the first turtle fight. Alexander locking up T right there in a very awkward position, building a wall. But now it's going to be the members from the side. Delvin trying to fight a pick right here.
That's the backup coming in from Nam. You've got a lot of rolling. You push Alexander back just in the nick of time. That's the first blood up on that top side. A solo kill from High.
Good enough. Solo kill for High on this Yuzhong is absolutely wonderful. The snowball will start. Even Xiaoyuki already used the vengeance earlier. Just now will not be able to use it then. I feel like it's the difference between it's the curtain call wasn't able to be landed down onto the Yuzhong. Therefore, the Yuzhong pick up the kill.
Cambodia definitely a little bit more aggressive this time around as Indonesia tries to fight their way up, back up tooth and nail. It's hard to take Tai down now that it's a Bella rig. You soak up that damage and you dish and reflect the damage back with the thorns, with the spikes. In Indonesia, it has to deal with a constant threat of that poke damage. What you deal, what you get. You get what you deal.
Delvin, now the receiving end of this Kimi. It's taking a lot of chip damage coming off from this Kimi right off the bat. And also even a weakness finder emblem coming up, talent coming up from the side of Team Cambodia, right? So,
that's the punch, that's the first crack. Kyo will fall on the bottom side.
Amazing punch coming up from Alexander Dinger, right? Picking up that kill. Blazing Duet definitely going to be so super juicy. Corrosive side. Also, the first item of the attack speed, Trinity, is already secured.
Very worth it. You don't really have a lot of map options. Tai was being trapped in that mid lane. Alexander slowly rotated down to the bottom side, mid side. Kimi in a spot of bother. Delvin doing a lot of damage onto Sovan.
Kill score is 1:1 right now. You can see the reason why Alexander rocked that support emblem and also the rapid boots. He's just onto the mid, onto bot, and then after that all across the map.
Crimson Beacon already used, no escape mechanism for Delvin, but that's the pole bang, and that's the fence crack, stopping him in his tracks. The Rapid Riot underneath the turret. Cambodia extremely aggressive, and Indonesia punishing them.
This is the one that I was kind of theorizing in one of the series, right? Like, heck, the Padang wall, you can build it up, and now with the Kai back into the meta, you can push members from the side of Kai wall, Kai using the heavy spin into a Padang wall or via the Padang wall. You can also even use a Grok wall to a certain extent.
Just build a wall, which is what Indonesia did earlier on against Cambodia. Cambodia likes that very heavy aggression, and they're making the mistakes because they're forcing the dives underneath their turrets. Indonesia are waiting for Cambodia to come into the fray. Take a look at this replay. Alexander waited for Delvin to use the lantern to bring them underneath that turret before the best crack came into fruition. Cambodia starting off with this turtle. Nam in position. You got a Rapid Dryad to taunt. Nam picks up that turtle on the backside. Delvin taking a lot of hits from that Black Dragon form. The shot residue will heal everything back up as Cambodia got what they can, and they're out of here.
Yep, 2 turtles in the pockets as well, but of course this is still a consolation prize, right? Earlier just now they lost, I believe that was Nem and also another Nem right there. And so that's definitely a bit of a consolation prize, but I want to see more coming out from this one more combo that we just witnessed, right? A fun on the heavy spin, Alexander building a wall right there. I think Alexander in the previous team fight, turtle fight, used the fist crack a little bit too early to try to push people away, but albeit, unfortunately, Team Cambodia is the one that secured the turtle instead, and also, you've got a Yuzhong that is starting to scale.
A little bit of movement adjustments on the fly for Tai as well. He knows that Alexander is going to be a huge threat to Kyo's farming phase, so he's going to mirror and seek out where Padang is at all times of mech. Taking a look at what the levels is for now, I think Afan is still pretty even Stevens with Nem. Nem is just one level ahead, but very, very little.
Yeah, it's still very close, like 97% now. Afan and also Nem is already hitting that same level. So in terms of jungle, they're still equal.
Bottom side. Of course, bottom side. That's the engaged thing right underneath the turret. Not enough to take him down.
Light Wheel's ultimate already activated by the side of Kyo. The Light Wheel's just spin for the win for now. Alexander,
oh, top side underneath the turret. Down goes the Yuzhong high. Couldn't survive. This wrap that Indonesia is bringing into this fight.
Yep, good gank as well, the curtain call, and also even, I believe, the Crimson Beacon, and also the heavy spin used. I think at this rate, time check right now is around 10+ PM. They are just throwing every single ultimate to make sure that this Yuzhong doesn't stand up.
Yep, just a little bit of a control from Indonesia. They have a pretty decent lead so far, topping off at 1.3k gold. Is Cambodia tied, taking a lot of damage, will not be enough to survive for now. Shaoki, holding on to that yo-yo, that's the Rapid Dryad, that's the taunt up, that's the shot residue as Tai takes him out. Afan steals up that turtle, but underneath that turret, there's a free hit from that Kimmy. You can't deal with the damage that Cambodia brings in. 2 down for 1, so worth it for Cambodia though. Dingarai might be the next to fall, but he's playing uber safe. It's no way that he can step 1 foot close. Another counter re-engage on Delvin. No Crimson Beacon, no problem. Kyo takes that down.
Team Indonesia was in the driver's seat all across the board. Team Indonesia was able to do the combo that we expect. Let Alexander build a wall, fist crack, make a fun, push everybody in, and see how you can just pick everybody up and throw them down on the ground. That's supposed to do a lot of damage. Just take a look right there. Even the Beleric using the ultimate way too early on, but it seems like, you know, the members from the time of Team Indonesia is running on steam. The Kimmy free hitting from the back because everybody is trying to congregate into that one small pocket from the side of this Badang wall.
Alexander was just disrupting this Beleric and the Baxia, so hyper-focusing the ultimate on the tanks is not the main target. You're leaving a lot of open space for Sovan to reposition itself, so much space for Kyo to get that free hits with the speedy light wheels. Afan finds Tai, pulls him back way too deep, but he's still alive and standing. Baxia getting pulled back as well. It's going to be annoying to deal with the lantern. As Cambodia still up ahead.
Kyo has already secured the golden staff as we showed, as we take a look at the items earlier just now. And of course, you know, during that fight as well, if you recall, Team Indonesia was able to find, Nem was able to find T as well, but the main problem is Sylvan and also Kyo were just free fighting for the backline, shredding through Afan, and Xiaoyuki doesn't really have the damage to deal with it as of now. Dingarai definitely needs a lot more items in order to deal with this heavy stack of tankiness.
Petrify already used up. Afan holding on to the heavy spin. No heavy spin, by the way. Kyo making a beeline towards Afan. They want to take down this Akai, and they want to take him down now. This feel like will not be enough. Alexander on the back line will not be able to find Kyo, though. The damage from this carry is starting to show as Indonesia struggling to break through Cambodia's defenses, and Cambodia finding the cracks in Indonesia's armor.
The power of the Golden Staff is here, right? Kyo with the speedy light wheels was able to just shred through, constantly proc that passive over and over and over. And not only just that, right? If Dingarai is unable to find a good lazy duet, especially towards the squishies, that's over. And the main problem for that side of Team Indonesia is how are they going to do that with T on this Beleric, right? Beleric, I feel like right now just counters every single thing what the Claw wants to do.
You're going to play the map. Alexander wants to lock onto Kimmy. You're blocking the entrance route onto Ty. There's a wrap of the Dryad targeting onto Ty. Valeric falls, but a heavy spin also pins this box into the wall on the back line. They took care of that Kimmy. No extra damage. Black Dragon came in a little bit too slow. They still got Kyo in the picture though. Cambodia trying to defend against this wrap that Indonesia wants to break. Two goes down with the Black Dragon here. You got a Big Daddy Dragon. Happy Founders Day. This is what Cambodia is saying to you.
Dragon's massive right now from the side of Team Cambodia, right? Even though Team Indonesia pick up a very good fight, but then the return
light wheels as well as vengeance though. Kyo almost taking himself out.
Curtain Call was also activated by the side of CC as well onto Kyo, but Kyo, that speedy light wheels, that proc on the true damage, even through that vengeance, Team Cambodia finds a picking onto Xiaoyuki early in the town. Take a look at this replay, right? It's just, I think this is already over, but before that, right, Dalvan and also Afan taking a lot of damage early just now because of the Kyo and also the Soben as well. The Black Dragon form coming in just a nice moment. He's this massive dragon. He's just really shy residue. He's almost nigh impossible to kill, especially after you lost Dalvin, you lost Xiaoyuki and Dingarai.
Cambodia takes the first Lord. I'm just waiting for 1 second until the Lord spawns up. As Indonesia on the defense. Oh, Kimi actually taking a lot of damage. Able to use the jetpack to get out. Cambodia wants to get that reset, and it's so easy for Cambodia's. Win condition. You just need to find Dingarai, take him out, and basically that's it. The damage from Xiaoyuki won't start to hurt until really just a little bit later in this in the game. For Cambodia though, even if you take out that Kenny, you still got Kyo to deal with. If you take out Kyo, you still got Soban to deal with.
Yep, I think it's just, you can see Alexander using the Badang. I think the fist cracks were great, but he needs to hit the right target, right? Try to pin down Kyo, try to pin down Soban, but still, T as the Beleric just exists. Dingarai couldn't do anything. Dalvin is a juicing, by the way, so he's going to run out of steam very shortly if he doesn't control his and watch his mana as well. But on the other hand, Soban on this Kimi could just go on for days, keep constantly hitting, and there's free damage that members on the Team Indonesia has to watch out for.
They're trying to tease Indonesia to come out just a little bit more. Heavy spin already utilized by Afan in a last-ditch effort to push Cambodia away, but they're clinging on to that lead that they're having.
CC pathing all the way up top, trying to fix that wave. Generate a slow little push up top against Team Cambodia. Items checked right now. It is also going to be the maximum item that Dingarai already needs. Does have the Wind of Nature. Perhaps he's ready to play.
Good kind of re-engage. They just want to take down this T2. Cambodia. Oh, that's a Petrify onto Dalvin. Crimson Beacon locked up just in the nick of time. That's the taunt. Blocking up a fun from the rest of the team. No damage, no problem. Alexander's next to fall. The fist crack will not be enough as the Black Dragon keeping all 4 members of Indonesia away from Cambodia.
T is basically delaying that the rev of the Dryad for such a long time, and he's actually making like Dingarai unable to use the Blazing Duet in the nick of time, and that's a big problem. Now, to make things even worse, Kyo has secured his own Wind of Nature. Now Dingarai has to be careful, has to be smart on how he maneuvers this plot around and land out a maximum potential damage using the Blazing Duet.
30 seconds until the Lord spawns up. Cambodia speeding up this game. It's late. They've had a long week. And now Cambodia is just pulling and playing mind games over Indonesia.
Plate armor, Shanghai's Prolodron. exactly what the Boxer need. Activate the Tortis Poisons as well. You're just gonna absorb so much damage as well. Yep. It's just so much damage for the side of Team Cambodia that can absorb. They're more than happy to absorb the damage from the side of Delvin and also Dingarai as well. Shayuki, I think currently as a critical, you're not able to find anything unless it's isolated.
The Petrified Alexander, so unfortunate. Indonesia doesn't have a setup. This crack would have been so helpful. Holding on to the Rebel. No Rebel to Riot though. The Blazing Duet will come through. Tai taking a lot of damage. You got Baxia coming in hot. You got a Black Dragon as well. Over on the backside, Shayuki able to deal enough damage to push to a higher way, but he's just healing everything back up. The sustain from this dragon is too much to handle at this point.
Nice pickoff coming out the side of Team Cambodia onto Alexander, right? Like, and not just that, right? Even Bederick has already committed to the ultimate. Even Team Indonesia couldn't dare to jump into. Dingarai finally activated the Blazing Duet, but the members from the side of Team Cambodia, you know, got the Chat for join as I was talking about. You also got your the blade armor as well. So technically speaking, Team Cambodia is dishing out the damage back into this cloud.
Yeah, the reflect is just way too much for Indonesia to handle at this point. Beleric, hard to deal with, and he is just holding on to the Rapid Riot until at the very last second when Indonesia is lured with all 5 members. And Cambodia just overturning all these team fights. Now that's on the defense, back on the defense. The Lord pushing in the mid side, Black Dragon form over on the back side. Traction pulse, will pull a fan back, heavy spin committed. The crash onto the turret, locked down underneath the wall. The Dragon will get out safe. Kyo just dealing that damage onto the turret, onto the structures that Indonesia holds dear. They took what they can and they're rotating. They are making full use of the next minion waves.
Yep. Now Team Cambodia backing, pushing into Team Indonesia back against the wall. Trying to look for any form of pickups right here earlier just now. The Lord, especially if you're a single target. But if you get the curtain call on the 2, you hope and pray it's both of the squishies.
We're coming back from after the little bit of a technical difficulties from both teams. But hey, we're in this position right now. Cambodia does have a lead, Indonesia behind, and we hypothesize on how they could play this out. They need to be a little bit more defensive on how they layer in their damages, layer in their hits. It's all on Alexander's shoulders. He's finding the right frisk cracks, but there is no follow-up from Indonesia, and it's not hard enough.
So far, it could also be, you know, Team Cambodia reacting towards Team Indonesia's engages, right? That's why the Beleric comes into play. You got the Baxia to kind of force something, also heal for the enemy, for their team as well. The Kimi uses free hitting from behind, slow everybody. Don't forget the weakness finder is also a very annoying talent on the Kimi as well. So yeah, Team Indonesia, maybe switch it around a little bit. Slow down the engage. Don't be the main one to engage instead.
Yep, Kimi with the traction pulse to start the engage from. You got immobilization on Shauki. Can't even get close. Tai at the front line. Cambodia playing it safe. 50 seconds until Lord spawns up. Indonesia doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, don't forget, if you take a look at the side of Team Indonesia, they only crack open top side for the side of Cambodia, whereas Cambodia has a full access towards the core of Team Indonesia right in the mid.
It's a team fight versus team fight. All playing 5v5. Indonesia trying to split their heads. They're sending Chusin to deal with the wave down the bottom side. You think it is a good position for Indonesia to be in, or would you rather send the CC?
I think CC wave clear quite well, but the longer that Team Cambodia is actually staying around, yes, there's going to be Winnets pushing down. But
that's a traction pulse on the Dingarai, almost taking him out.
Oh my god, that was so close. That was the traction pulse that we are looking at, but it did not, luckily it did not boil down to a massive problem for the side of Team Indonesia. Now Shayuki going for the Hunter Strike, realizes that he needs a little bit more damage to be able to deal with, and also that bonus movement speed to jump away. This is almost a full damage CC, right? Except for the Brute Force and also the Oracle.
It's a full item, everyone. Tai getting pulled back by the Lantern. Will it be enough to take him down? Oh, no more time. They're sounding the alarm. Cambodia trying to pull everyone back in as a traction pulse. The mitigator, the gap closer on the back line. Kyo, that's free hitting on the back side. They're pinning everyone down. The Black Dragon form a little bit too slow. 3 members down for Cambodia. It's 2 versus 4. And it's just a free hit from Indonesia. They found the strike. They found the cracks. As Indonesia might be able to cycle Cambodia all the way to the throne they go.
Man, 20 seconds on the clock right here for the side of Team Cambodia.
This
right
might be
now,
it.
we're seeing it right as well. And also, wait,
Chase.
how did this happen?
This might be it. It's all over now. It's Indonesia, the only MPL region